Hello, Prim friends. I am inside Seville Antiques. This is the shop that my own personal booth is in. This is located at 14 Milton Street in Seville, Ohio. And right now, during the month of February, they are, each of the different dealers can have little pink hearts throughout the booth with some discounted prices. So this one in particular is 30% off all items over $50 this month only. So that would be for February only. So the shop is open Wednesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Those are our winter days and hours, and beginning on April 1st, 2024, they will go back to being 10 till 5 and only closed on Mondays. So, but for right now, those are the days and hours, Wednesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I am in the Brock's booth. You might know them from several of the wonderful shows that are around the country. There is a big show coming up. So March 2nd is the shop hop that there are several little shops in. Then on I should find the card. The Hudson Antique Show that is actually held out in the Canfield area. That one is coming up. So the Ohio shows are getting ready. They are gearing up for sure. That's a pretty deep and tiger maple bowl. So some of the dealers here in the shop do ship and some do not. Grace is one that Grace Brock does ship. Let's check out. I'm trying to figure out what the best way is to go around. I do have several things that I have not yet brought into the shop that are at home. I am getting ready to put price tags on them. So hang around to the end of the video. I will go ahead and show you what would be headed into the shop. If you want first dibs, we can go ahead and do that. And I am happy to ship smalls. And this is a whole big load of smalls. So make sure you stick around to the end so you can see what I have available. Another really pretty bowl that has that lip on the edge. Pretty. And there are several of the pink hearts here in this booth. Very nice candle table, and then that early rush light. So this is Deborah Priest's booth. She does not ship. So you're really best off to come on into the shop. There is over 5,000 square feet of primitives, early American, and those kind of accessories that go along with them. I don't think there's another shop in the country quite like Seville Antiques. People come from, well, some from all over the world, but certainly from all over the country to shop here. That's a neat early board. It has that tombstone shape at the top. Lots of stone fruit. This is an unusual sized desk, early wall desk with cubbies. So probably a master school desk. There's a neat early lantern. And I really like that shelf unit there in the corner. That's really pretty. It has very detailed cutouts along the edges. The scallop is very fancy. And a pair of beautiful, beautiful portraits. We'll go here in Carol Schulman's booth. She also does not ship. If I'm wrong, you know, if there's something that you see, message me. But she has some hog scraper candlesticks, a pair of really early crutches, some beautiful artwork, a fracture dated 1800. My goodness. Beautiful little painting. Joseph Schindel, Manor Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Wow. Another barn lantern. That does have a pink tag on it. And this quilt here on the wall is just stunning. There are a couple more of those hog scraper candlesticks here. This one does have a unusual shaped thumb latch or thumb push up. Yeah, this one doesn't have the piece to hang on the back of the chair. Sometimes they didn't. Sometimes they did. Here's another one. This one has a name impressed in that thumb latch. Can I see it? I think my camera is not wanting to focus. Not sure what that one says. Pretty wall box. Some pretty treenware pieces also. Candle box and a gorgeous burl bowl and paddle. So we'll head on over here. This is Cindy Lasco's booth. Really pretty, another of those tombstone shaped cutting boards. A piggin with that piece at the back side. I'm feeling this a little bit wobbly. It's just a good reminder, especially with all of our heat on during the winter time, important to take a wet sponge or even sometimes just dunk it, a bucket or those kind of things, a barrel, in some water. You want to rehydrate the wood so that it doesn't dry so much that the metal rings fall away from the sides of either the barrel or the bucket. So always a good idea to do that so that it maintains its shape and integrity of the piece. I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering the word for this. I know it's going to be on here. Hornbeam. Also, another thing to get wet. Again, when they dry out, you have more of the likelihood of things cracking or breaking. Some nice butter paddles here in the bowl. Really neat. I like it when they have that little hook on the back. The chair, you may have heard at some point in time something referred to as an arrow back chair. And the reason for that is the slats at the back of the chair are wider at the top and they narrow down, kind of resembling an arrow. So that's the reason for, or where that term comes from. And I am looking for another just regular hog scraper because I did have someone ask me, to show what a regular hog scraper looks like. Some really nice bowls. Now you'll see this one has a little repair and a crack. It's also very out of round, as is this one. They become almost oval shape over time, and that is exactly what you want to look for in an old bowl. As the grain of the wood shrinks with the age and the water or the moisture coming out of it, it shrinks different depending on which way the grain is going. So that's why they become rather sort of oval shaped. In there, we refer to them as being out of round. And that's what we want. That's what you want to see. There's more of those arrow back chairs, and I'm seeing pink hearts here on those. Some rye baskets. Also a nice dough box. And that looks like a big, I would say this is a burl. Perhaps, maybe not. Kind of has that look to it on the outside. Pretty dry sink, a little different. This one's a little bit taller. And then the game rack where birds or other, maybe rabbits, where their game would have been hung to cure, to dry, to age. I like that really large bowl down there under the table. It's kind of an ovoid shaped crock. That's that sort of rounded more at the top than in the middle, at the bottom. Pretty mirror with the eagle. Several coffee grinders. A nice set of chairs. Some hooked there's a hooked rug there with a floral. As far as values go or prices, if you see an early hooked rug that has an animal or a building, usually an animal or people, the price will always be higher. The florals, the geometrics, a little bit less. It's just the nature of it, of that particular design, or the rarity of things having people or animals in them. Like the little blue lantern and the little cricket bench. Really neat. I see an unusual shaped cookie mold press there. Cookie cutter. And another little cricket bench. Oh goodness. Look at the big bunny here. So this video probably will be going up Friday night. You should be seeing it maybe late Friday night, early on Saturday. And then there's another video that will be coming out on Sunday evening. You do not want to miss that one either. It is in a shop that boy, if I have been there, it's been a really long time ago. But you are just not going to want to miss that one either. It's only, I would say maybe 50 minutes from here, from Seville, Ohio. But it is not a new shop, but it is new to our channel. It is not one that I have done a video and visited before. And you are not going to want to miss that one either. That is really quite a lot of eye candy. Early American, some primitive, some antiques, but all our style. It's exciting. It's a fun video, so you make sure that you check that one out on Sunday. pretty booth. Lots of the wooden kitchen type tools. If you are in the market for, if this is your style, this early American, and you're a dealer, you may want to check with Seville if they are looking for, I'm not sure if the spaces are all full yet at this point, but sometimes dealers retire, and we do have, on the rarest occasions, we do have openings. So if you are interested, make sure you give the shop a call. Now these are hog scrapers. And so you'll see that base, that bottom metal section is identical really to the size usually of what the hog scraper candlesticks are. And that is where that term comes from for the hog scraper candlesticks. The similarity is so striking. There's lots of pink hearts in this booth. So make sure you come before the end of February. This booth they also do not ship. This is Joe Rose's booth. Let's check over here. It's an interesting, probably a bride's box. That looks like a newer one. Some early art pieces there. Big cake crock. Just stunning. A couple of the peasware, the wooden containers here with the handles. This one is marked as is. It does have the crack, but again, I try to urge people, don't let that stop you from buying a piece. It is part of the age. It shows the age of the piece. Now, I'm sure that the price of this one is going to be a bit, let me look before I say that. Yeah, this one doesn't, I'm not seeing a price tag on this one. But, if it has the crack, the price is probably a little bit less than others that wouldn't have it, but it's just not an unusual thing to have a piece have a crack in it. All right, well, we are in my area of the shop, and my booth has had a wonderful makeover. There's a lot of things that have been moved around and kind of organized, so we'll go on through here just real quick, and then as I conclude this video, I will show you the other items that were going to be on their way here to the shop, but if you catch them first, they can be yours, and I'm happy to ship. So there are hearts here within the booth also, so there are some discounted pieces. That beautiful tiger maple piece, that desk, my understanding is that is out of Rhode Island. There's a really pretty little small size chandelier there on the wall. Little cupboard, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawer would be nice for jewelry or all kinds of things. Lots of pieces for your table squares, table runners. There's some long runners, some short runners. Lovely dough box. Big bowl with the lip on the edge, and I just adore how the inside of this cabinet now has been staged. Thank you, Lori. Just really pretty. Nice. This is either a flax knife or perhaps a feather bed smoother. There's a couple of really old rye baskets in the back, maybe even rye lids. And then that little bonnet. Nice, really very large dough board, probably French. Just some fun pieces. This beautiful step back cabinet has the wavy glass in the upper part. It is newer made, but it's just absolutely beautiful condition, beautifully done, pegged. Just a really, I would say probably cherry. Just a really pretty, and it is in two pieces, the top and the bottom, so it does make it a bit easier to take apart. You know, just the top, they're not put together, but just easier to transport. All right, nice. This is a really early shelf here on this wall. Has the pegs on the side. Here's another one of them in this corner. I'm going to put that in the peg where it goes, in the peg holder. And that goes right up there. Hold that shelf in place. I think they are missing on the other side. Yeah, they are not there on the other side, but half of them are there. There's a nice circular frame for rug hooking, if you were interested in one of those. The child's chair, and of course, following us on YouTube on the Cape on the Corner. Very best thing that you can do is share our videos on your social media, and also those social media pages that like the antiques, the primitives, the country, farmhouse, cottage style, all of that. If you can share to there, or just give us a shout out. Tell people to take a look. So, all right, this is part 1 of this shop tour, and I'll be back in a couple days and do some more, but keep watching. I'll be having the items that are going to be available in the shop, and then also you'll want to make sure to set your alarm, and I'll tell you the time here at the end, but you'll want to set your alarm and make sure that you're watching on Sunday for that other, the other shop tour. So take care, hang on, I'll be right back with you in a moment. Good morning, Prim friends. Well, the lighting was just not the best last night, and I wanted to add the items that will be going into the shop unless you speak for them first. So we'll just make it easy as far as all of the mashers. They are each one a little bit different with the shape. Hopefully my cats won't knock them over, but I do have a picture of them all in order, so we'll just go in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 of the mashers. They are $18 a piece. This one extra large, plus shipping. They look amazing laying in a big bowl. This one is able to be hung. This one as well. It does have a little bit of old string still attached to it. There is a large long-handled spoon that is different than most. The handle part is sort of squared off or rectangular, and it does have that little hook area on the back. That one is $22. And then let's start with this unusual spoon scoop, kind of squared off, almost like a little shovel. And it does have the scoop, sort of almost looks like a bird on the other end. This one, very unusual in its shape. This one is $48. The bowls. So I have seen many and handled many bowls in my day, but I had to do a little research on these. These are marked on the back, Dillingham, Hart, Michigan. So 2 of them have that marking on the back, and they are all that nice out of round and the condition as you would expect. These are $18 a piece. So again, 2 of them are marked Dillingham, Hart, Michigan. And I looked up the company. First of all, the bowls are approximately 6.5 one direction, approximately 7 inches the other, which is very normal and what you're looking for in an old bowl, so that they have that out of round look. Again, this one also has the Dillingham, Hart, Michigan. But that company apparently was in business in Hart, Michigan between the 1930s and 1940s, if I remember correctly. So these are $18 a piece. These are great for little bits, maybe your jewelry next to the sink, some potpourri. They're just so many different things that you can use the small ones for. Seed saving, if you do that, just kind of a fun way to do. This bowl, beautiful bowl. I have been really looking this over. It does almost look like it is a bird's eye maple. If you can see those grain marks there inside. So this bowl does have the lip. Just a really, really pretty bowl. All right, we're going to do this a little bit different here this morning. So this one is approximately 13 inches across. That one is $35. And then we have this really sweet fabric covered book. This is called The Country Poet. The cover is all done by hand, and the Country Poet, I guess, was actually several small magazines, and they had this book put together. This book was case bound by hand, especially for Sally Ann Campbell, by Helen, looks like a French name, July 1953. So just a really, really beautifully put together piece. We'll do $22 on that book. And then I also have this bonnet. And the more and more I look at it, it does appear to be an old one. But we'll just, there's a little bit of condition issues, but you would have those too if you were probably over 100 years old. We'll do $40 on the little bonnet. She's faded but clearly well loved. So again, I'm going through my requests for the hearts and the sunflowers. If there's one that you want, please make sure to let me know. And like I said, these will all be available in the shop unless you speak first. So make sure to get out to Seville Antiques in the next couple of days. They are closed on Monday and Tuesday, but the heart discount, those pink hearts in the shops, they do run through the end of February. All right, we'll see you in the next one.